So your idea is to go door to door in the next, I don't know, it's at this point it's probably 11 o'clock, in the next like 7 hours and get a mob to then make a run at the Stone Lord's keep.
Well, we have something they all want.
What could you possibly have that would make all of these poor people risk the only thing they've got left, which is their life, and not just the life of themselves, but maybe the lives of their family? What do you have that's so powerful?
Okay, what if we tell them we want to get them together so that we can figure out who's going to go in the boat?
And have a concert. I play the hurdy-gurdy.
I play a mean, I don't know, spoon. Just like play some spoons on my knee.
I say if we're not going to get anybody to help us, we just design our trap.
I think.
Oh, Maeve was completely serious about like telling people we have a boat.
Thing?
Yeah, no, I think you're onto something, small child. What if we were to tell the townspeople to gather at the Stone Keep this evening, and we would be holding a raffle to see who would be able to join us on the boat. But you have to be there in order to enter the raffle.
If you want to go
Damn,
through with it, that's
Christ,
fair.
it's the lottery.
It's a sad day when a 12-year-old outsmarts me.
It's okay. You'll have your day.
It's a day that ends in a Y.
What is your guys' plan of action? I can't tell if this is
I
serious
say-
or not.
It's fucking 100% serious.
I'm
bud.
100% serious.
I say we go to the nearest courtyard and start making a bunch of noise. Like if anybody's got a bell, or even like a triangle might work.
I have my
or a
cantrip.
pan.
Yeah, she's got a cantrip that makes her
Let's
a
just start-
megaphone.
Ring-a-ling-a-dingin', you know? Get everybody's attention.
Wait. Before we do all of this, we should probably
Yes.
go speak to the father.
Who art in heaven?
Yes. Father Sewin of Kulish.
Yeah. See,
Of Kush?
Yes. He's the dankest father around.
Kellish.
The dankest.
You guys not
father.
know your Badlands Pantheon?
No, I don't know the Badlands.
I came up with like 30 gods. Come on. It is Kellish. K-E-L-I-S-H.
Gotcha.
I believe.
Oh, I spelled that all wrong.
I think I said
Looks kinda
Kellish
like-
or whatever, but Kellish, yeah.
Mine
So
looks
like
kind of like
relish, but Kellish.
DJ Khaled.
Another
J.
one.
Kelly.
I think we should go see the father first. He might be
Okay.
the only other person in this town who might be able to rally the people.
Let's do it.
Oogie.
All right. As you guys venture forth.
How long has it been since I drank that shit? Can I stop being drunk yet?
Yeah, I'd say it wears off at this point.
All right.
Right now it's probably noonish, around noon, maybe 11:30, 12:30ish kind of range. At least you guys would know in this particular area the nights sun sets around 6-7 o'clock. So you got some workable time still. About 6 or 7 hours maybe. You guys make your way. I won't make you roll for it. It is not super duper hard to find the temple. It is one of the larger buildings. It's made out of stone. While most of the stuff is, all this stuff is cobblestone, but it is the only one that is like 3 stories and has a dome. It is pretty nice and ornate for the most part. It seems to be coated in a almost like a metallic paint. Kind of shines a little bit. There's a dull shininess to the stone. And you see, some 2 large, what are they called? Little places where flames are held. I'm blanking on the specific name.
Braziers?
Yeah, like braziers outside. There's
Not a brazier, that's a bra.
a brazier.
Brazier.
Sorry.
Brazier.
Braziers where a small flame is held. The flame is like a bright gold kind of hue. It's a little different than it seems to be a little different than a regular flame. But you also see graffiti and stuff over it. You see in kind of like a red simple dye kind of painted on the side. It's like, where is Kellish now? Next to that, what are you good for? Stuff like that. Kind of a seems that they, in their frustration, they may have taken out some of their frustration on the local temple.
Okay, well, maybe he might not be the person to help us rally them, but maybe he has some insight into what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys do? Do you knock on the door? You bust in? You try and shoot them? What? I don't know. You guys are hard to guess exactly what you're going for at any time.
I will knock on the door. That's the exciting plan.
Yeah, there's these kind of nice. It's you can tell they look metallic, but you can tell that's like tinned, kind of like it's wooden door, but it's got like metal pressed on top of it and kind of like nailed ornately into it. And as you knock, a man kind of opens the door a crack, kind of looks at you. He doesn't say anything.
Father Seawood?
Possibly. Who are you?
We're homeless.
Actually, he'd be more gruff. I am Master Seawind, yes.
We are travelers. We've just entered this town, and we wish to ask you a couple of quick questions.
What kind of questions?
Well, you are a holy man, are you not?
I am. I'm a man of Kellish.
From my experience, men of of the cloth tend to be more well-read, and we are hoping maybe you could help us in trying to figure out what all of this hubbub is about a beast tearing through the town.
Kind of looks around, and at this point, your eyes drift down, and you actually see a bunch of different sets of eyes staring at you as several different sizes of children are like in front of him and like looking through the door like at you.
Hi, friends. I'd like to go with them and play.
As you approach the door, he kind of pulls on it a little bit to like close it.
Can I try to slip my foot in the door?
Make a dex check.
Sleight of foot.
Ooh, natural 19 plus 4, 23.
Yeah, you're able to like wedge the tip of like your boot in there just enough where he's like tugs on it one more time. He's like, just ask your questions and leave. I don't want any trouble. I can't.
Please, sir. As you can see, we have a small child with us, and we're also concerned about bringing an innocent into a town that seems to be under a great deal of duress.
Give me one moment. I need to close the door to unlatch it.
I remove my foot.
He does it, and then you hear like a chain move and kind of drop, and then he literally opens it enough to slide his body through, and then closes it behind him.
That is a wise decision. You should be cautious in these times. I applaud you, sir. We have some questions about what's been going on here.
What kind of questions?
Well, firstly, can you tell us what you know about the situation?
I know that there is a beast attacking this place. I've heard that it changes form, but that sort of shape-shifting tends to be a dark thing. It seems to avoid the temple. I am not 100% sure why. It hasn't even scratched on the doors as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Yes?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, please.
No, please, no. And then 4 hours passes.
4 hours later. Well, I was just going to inquire as to who told you that it changes form.
Oh, it's just everybody talks about it now. Heard it. She passed now, but I heard it from Minnie. She was the lady that lived in the building just down the way.
And Minnie, who was she to the town?
She was a seamstress. She made nice cloaks and fabrics.
Okay, we've heard that name a couple of times. I thought she might be of some import.
I couldn't tell you anything about that.
You said this thing has not attacked this temple?
No, it hasn't even scratched at the doors as far as I can tell.
Maybe it has some sort of a religious affiliation?
Maybe it's afraid to step upon hollowed ground. I couldn't tell you.
And let me ask, how many people could you fit in this cathedral?
Not many more than I currently do.
It appears that this is a 3-story building, is it not?
I guess I could, I could fit some amount of people in here, probably no more than 100 or so.
100 or so. And what if they stood shoulder to shoulder?
If you're asking me if I could, how many people we could literally force inside this place, I suppose it would be, a lot. I haven't really given it a lot of thought.
Well, I have.
And I think...
Would you say 400?
400, maybe, piled on top of each other.
Well, we'll give it to you straight here, Father. We were seeking somewhere where we can house the citizens of this town on the night that we expect everyone to attack here. Did you just laugh at an innuendo, Father?
Try to stuff everybody in here. No, but he laughs at like, I think you'd have a hard time getting the townsfolk to trust this place enough to actually stay inside of it for the night. They are, I think it's one of my greatest failures that instead of giving them hope, Kellish they're angry at him.
Can I make a religion check to try to remember what DJ Kalish is, what he represents?
Yeah, you can do a religion check. I'll probably have to check myself.
Let's see here.
He's the god of wind.
That is a 16 plus 1, 17.
I believe, I will double check, but he is like the god of civilization. Kellish, yeah, he's the god of civilization.
My parents used to talk about Colin a lot.
Colin. Kellish, Kellish, not Khalid. What is a Khalid?
What you said.
Don't believe that is what I said. Anyway, I need to, there's lots of work to do, many children to take care of. Is there anything else?
Yes, I would like to request that you, unlike your matron of the town and your head of the guard, that you, sir, stand up with some backbone and seek to right the wrongs of this town, and that you open your doors to the civilians who come here for refuge tonight.
My doors have always been open. They do not come because they don't want to be here.
And why do you think that is?
They have lost faith.
Well, then we must inspire faith in them. Come on, man, stand up straight. And I just slap
With
him on
a
the side.
raffle.
And a concert.
I mean, yeah, you slap this old man, I guess, and
I don't slap him across the face. I just slap his shoulder. Stand up straight.
he's standing up straight. I mean, but he's an old man, and the weight of your arm on his shoulder brings him down for a second. I'll do what I always have. My doors are open. I've accepted all these children. I feed them. I give them water. I clothe them. I'm doing all I can.
Well, tonight we will be holding a raffle at this church, and I expect you will see quite a turnout. So I would recommend that you make preparations for that, sir. And we will see you this evening.
What kind of preparations? I
imagine you'll have to move some furniture, maybe put out some snacks.
Maybe a fruit punch, fruit bowl.
I think that would be nice. Are you familiar with sandwiches?
So you're trying to get him to host a raffle. If you could roll a persuasion check with disadvantage. Actually, no, just regular, just straight. It's fine.
Wait, is it just straight or is it with disadvantage?
No, it's straight.
Okay, because that's a nat 20.
Let's go! Raffle boys!
He kind of just hops and is like, a raffle? A raffle for what? What
We'll
are we
be
raffling?
giving away spaces on our boat should anyone want to leave this town.
I guess I'll start moving some of the pews.
That's what I like to hear, Father. Manual labor. Let's do it.
Yes.
I'll help.
All right. Okay. Kind of shakes his head and kind of rums. He's got a Jean-Luc Picard level of baldness. He just kind of
Classy
starts
bald.
rubbing his scalp a little.
Classic bald.
Yeah. He's got the sides. The sides still got a very tight little bit of hair on him.
Good on you, Father. You're the only person in this town with some backbone. Hop to it. I kind of, I don't know, slap him on the ass. Go get him, Tiger.
Ooh, no. You slap on the ass and he just looks directly in your eyes. Why did you do that?
It's a colloquialism. Don't worry about it. And we'll turn and walk away.
Yeah, he's just kind of standing in front of the door, rubbing his scalp and just staring at you guys. And he's just like, you can obviously tell that he's like, what the fuck did I just agree to?
Guys, we got a venue for our raffle.
Oh, we're gonna have a raffle. Okay. What is your guys' next move for this raffle preparation?
I think we need to spread the word.
Yep. And we're gonna need roughly 400 small tickets.
So does that mean we should probably go to a general goods store then? Probably.
Yeah. Should we go see Randall?
Yeah, I'm down.
Right.
So yeah, as you the windows are pretty much boarded up. The door does not seem to be completely boarded up at the moment.
All right. We will we'll walk through.
So as you open up the door, a plume of lavender kind of sickly sweet smelling smoke floods out of the door.
Is that lavender? That's quite nice.
Lavender colored. Sorry, like a soft purplish pink. It doesn't smell like lavender. It smells kind of like a little sickly, a little sweet. Not altogether unpleasant. If you guys want to roll an intelligence check if you know what it is, if you can mark it.
Intelligence? Sure.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
That is a 13. 12 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh shit, this is not going well. Oh shit, 21.
Oh, Pat, you're a metropolitan person, a dragon man. You know this as a flavored halfling pipeweed smoke.
Ooh,
It's that dank.
it's that good.
That smells really good.
Stay away, young woman. It's the devil's lettuce.
the devil's lettuce.
That's okay. The devil's in me.
Yeah.
What? Okay, we'll address that later.
Do you guys go into the hot box? Or you wait for some of it to drift out.
I walk in. I was alive in the
so-
70s.
Balls to the wall.
You're in it, and you're taking your deep breaths. It's pretty smoky in here. You have very limited vision. You can maybe see like 10 feet in front of you.
Hello.
But as you start to like bundle about and say hello, you hear a guy go, "Hey, close the door. I'm trying to keep it in here, man. It's like 10 minutes of smoking you just let out."
No worries, bro. We're being super mellow. I'm gonna like lean over them, like I know how to deal with these people.
These are your people.
Yeah, so you can close the door.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, welcome to Randall's General and Specific Goods. My name is Remo. How may I help you?
Man, I'm really digging the vibe you got going on here. And may I say, this is some really good stuff you got smoking. All right, it's feeling real nice in the system.
It's pretty good. I'm almost out of it, which is kind of a buzzkill. But
That's real sad. But you know what else is sad?
what can I help you guys with? Would you like any of my father's stuff?
We're looking for a shit ton of paper.
Oh, papes? You need papes? Okay, I maybe got some papes.
You got some rolling papes for us, bro?
All right, let's check around here. A little paper. Okay, there's some paper. Here. Oh, wow. Okay, here. I got a roll of paper.
Yeah. How long a roll are we talking about?
I don't know how long
Can I get
is a
some
roll of toilet
dimensions,
paper.
bro?
I don't know. Like whatever this is right here. And he kind of puts like a little. It's a roll of toilet paper,
Is it
basically.
a full roll, a used roll?
Any tickets, maybe?
Tickets. Tickets for what?
We're going to be holding a raffle later. I'm sorry, I'm getting really hungry all of a sudden. Do you have any like pretzels or something?
What?
Also,
what? No, the
did we-
pretzels are mine.
Did we bring a small child into here?
Yup.
I'm hungry.
Maybe
Guys,
that old
can we
lady
have a
was right.
snack?
You guys are a bad influence.
Is this roll of paper like literally toilet paper, as in it is perforated already?
Yeah. I mean, it's more or less just like fantasy medieval equivalent of like a single ply toilet paper. Halflings are pretty innovative.
I mean, if it's already perforated, that's actually perfect.
Single ply, like fucking Christ, bud. How's your butthole doing?
It's like it's medieval times, man. This is groundbreaking shit, toilet paper.
All right,
Literally groundbreaking shit.
bro. This is gonna be a real weird request. But could you cut this roll of paper into thirds?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. That's
Why
weird.
not?
Why would I do that?
Because we're buds.
I don't have anything sharp. You see anything sharp
You have
around here?
you have a store with no sharp stuff?
I don't know. I mean, the's probably
Do you
some
not
sharp
have
stuff.
scissors, man? Like, how do you?
You're
how
gonna
do you
cut this roll of toilet paper with a pair of scissors?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, man? I mean, yeah, there's probably some scissors around here, I guess. I don't know, somewhere.
I'm starting to get paranoid off in the corner.
Listen, man. I don't know if you've heard, but There's like this beast, bro, who comes through town eating people's hearts and shit. It's not really cool.
Yeah.
I don't dig that vibe.
It killed my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah, he's Randall's his store.
You said it was your dad's store earlier, man. What's going on here?
Well, I mean, I guess my dad, I guess it was my dad and my uncle.
Was your dad and your uncle?
No, it's my dad. It was my uncle's name was Randall, but my dad ran it with my uncle Randall. They both they're not here anymore.
Can I just ask you, like, what are the specific goods?
Well, I mean, if you're asking a very specific question, you guys asked for paper. That's pretty specific.
I feel like that's rather general.
No, general would be like, oh, do you guys have like general
paper?
goods? But you asked a specific thing, so it's specific.
All right. Well, I guess we'll take this roll of toilet paper.
Okay,
Hold
that'll
on,
be
guys. I
like
got an idea here.
that'll be like, I don't know, like 15 gold, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
We were just offered 500 gold to save this town, but it is 15 gold for a roll of toilet paper.
Roll an insight check.
Insight. That is a 15.
You get that he doesn't seem to have a very good understanding of money.
Hey, man, I got something even better than 15 gold for you, okay?
Alright, what is it?
I will go get you more of that good if you give us this paper.
What are you gonna, some more, you gonna give me some more pipe weed?
And you know what I'm gonna get you, some of that good.
You promise you're gonna give me some more of this stuff, man?
I'll get you that.
Where are you gonna get it?
That herb, man. I got connections, but
Make I'm assuming you don't have connections.
I don't have connections
So make a deception
whatsoever.
You got a hookup out here, man?
Since this is
No.
my fantasy town and you're a stranger in it.
I mean, I was technically part of a crime syndicate. I got caught. Hold on.
That's cool.
I got a 14.
Alright, bro, if you can give me more of this stuff, you have the paper.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the paper and use it to go get you more pipe weed. Okay.
Alright, what do you guys need paper for? You guys gotta poop?
We're gonna have a raffle. Do you want to get off the island?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool if I could get off this island.
Okay, we'll see you at the
I
church.
know I'm not really pulling it off, but I'm like hella sad.
I'm gonna put my arm around him and be like, bro, I'm always sad.
That's my secret. I'm always
That's my
sad.
Just a depressed Hulk.
Do you know how you can not be sad?
What?
Come to the church later and play our raffle.
Come
How
to the
much-
church at dusk.
What? You want me to go outside at dusk?
Well, preferably before dusk. Like you get there before it's dark and then you're in the church.
Make a persuasion check.
I feel like I should have let Paladin Boy do this. Hey, 18.
Okay, I guess I'll be there.
Tell anyone you know.
This is gonna be over before it's dark, right? Like you're not.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
bro.
Are you guys lying or telling the truth?
We
mean,
don't know, actually.
We don't know how long it's going to take for us to kill this beast. I can't lie if I don't know.
All right, I'm just rolling an insight check against you, but he's not good. Okay. I'll be there.
Tell
I'm
your
going to give him a
friends.
nice little fist bump.
Like he bumps you back.
And then as he hits my knuckle, I'm going to like pull my hand back and make it explode.
He was like he's thinking the same thing because he does the same thing. He's like, oh yeah.
Bro.
All right, birds of a feather, man.
Jesus Christ.
I enjoyed that quite heavily.
All right, I think we should leave before we start eating everything in sight.
All right, yeah. All you guys make Constitution checks or saving throws. Sorry.
Oh Jesus!
I got a 22.
I crit failed.
Yep, I also got a natural 1 +2.
You're both like we're a little high. You're a little high. The pipe weed's hitting you.
You guys are acting awfully funny. What's going on?
What are you, a cop? Shut up, kid.
Nice. What is you guys' next move?
I think we need to
I think it's time
start.
to spread the word.
Yeah, we need to start rallying some support.
So how are you guys gonna rally support? You going door to door? You gonna
No,
try
we're
and
going
like,
to
hit people in a
the
square?
courtyards and we're going to ring a ling a ding.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's like a general open space where you guys first made shore. In the center of town, outside of the Temple of Kellish, there's like a fairly meager town square. It's not huge or anything like that, but it's pretty big. There's some people walking around there. It's like a major thoroughfare.
Yeah, I think we should probably gather there, where we're gonna get the most people.
All right, yeah, you guys can make it. I mean, you're not that far away from it at this point. It's like 5-10 minutes.
So what time is it now? Maybe like 1 o'clock, 2?
Yeah, I mean, you're not walking very far, and I mean, the conversations that we're having are, you could say, are condensed. Like, your characters are probably, be investigating things and talking at the same time and looking
Right.
through things. So it's probably about 1 o'clock at this point. It's not super terrible late.
Sorry, quick question. Did that church have a bell?
You didn't check.
Can I try to recall if I saw like a bell tower or anything?
Yeah, make a.
Or can I see it? I mean, if it's like a 3-story building in a medieval town, it's probably standing above
Yeah,
everything else.
make a. We'll say that this is your like past looking into your memory perception check type of thing.
What kind of check am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception. Let's see here. 11, 13.
You didn't see a bell, but it seems entirely reasonable that there might be a bell in that place. Like, there's usually like calls to worship for most temples.
Okay.
Typically you'd have some way of getting people to know that it's time.
Okay. I'm wondering if maybe, do we kind of split the party maybe? So my thought is send one person back to the temple to see if there's a bell, or something that we can use to like signal when to come over to the church, and then maybe start actually making raffle tickets.
Well, didn't he actually say that the square was like right outside the church?
Yeah, the square is right outside the church.
Yeah, so it's not really splitting up. And we could just have the people, maybe write their name on the paper, and then we don't have to make tickets. We just kind of rip off the toilet paper.
Okay. Yeah, and then we just we tell them to come back for the drawing tonight.
All right.
I'm down for making the raffle tickets.
Nice.
I'm pretty fucking amped from this weed.
So are you guys just like gonna start screaming out at the square, trying to attract?
Oh yeah, I'm totally going to use taumaturgy and be like, "Hi, who wants to ride the boat?" As we're walking back to the church.
All right, as you guys are all working together to try and attract people to your cause, make one of you. I'll allow one of you to make a performance check with advantage to try and draw a crowd.
I got this.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, a crowd of people. It's like 1-ish right now, which is like the height of the day. You're able to get a reasonable crowd, maybe like 50, 60 people, as they're wondering basically why this little girl is screaming with supernatural intensity at them. Like, come
Hello?
one, come all.
Who wants to ride our boat?
Yeah, with that you get like that's the main pull. You're pulling in a lot of people at this
The
point.
main draw.
Yeah, getting off
Yeah.
this end.
Okay. Let's just start rallying people together. Do you want us to RP this, or do we make like a?
Oh yeah,
couple
we're
rolls or
gonna
something?
RP this, boys.
Okay. I will
Okay.
put the small child maybe up on my shoulders where people
Okay.
can see her.
Yeah, you do.
Hello, friends. Who wants to come ride our boat? Come meet us at the church.
Well, I mean, you're at the church basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, is this your?
I assumed that we
walking-
were
you're
still
doing this as
walking
you're
there. That's
walking?
why I was also yelling at.
Okay. I thought you were like giving a little something at like the square. Okay, so you're attracting people. People start to follow you, and the rabble of like multiple people talking and trying to talk to each other and figure out what's happening is happening around. You probably got like I said, you have a crowd about 60 plus people.
Okay.
Considerable portion of a town. I believe at this point.
And then maybe actually while she's doing that in front of the church, maybe Pat and I go and like start, I don't know, stirring people out of like inns and taverns and homes and stuff like that.
Who's gonna make these raffle tickets?
Oh yeah, he's making the raffle tickets. I'll go start knocking on doors and like going to like inns and taverns.
All right, as Maeve is leading the group to the square, what are you saying to them to keep their interest as they're basically waiting for everybody else? Or because you don't have the tickets available yet, so they have to stick around. What are you doing to keep their interest?
Come on, come some. We have a boat to help people get out of here. We're line up and come get a ticket.
Oh, does everybody just get a single ticket, or is it like one ticket per family?
It's like one ticket a person. Although,
so
how many kids do you have?
I have 3 children.
You can get one ticket for your family.
Oh, so is it like a number of children? If you have 3, you get a ticket for the family, or?
Well, how many would you bring with you?
I don't know. I've my 3 children. I have my wife, and then I do, my grandparents, and then.
Is it nice having a family?
I have a sister. Yes, it's quite nice. I love my family.
That's nice.
Do you not have a family?
No, mine burned in the fire.
Well, what fire?
The one that I didn't set.
Oh, that's good.
Maeve is looking.
It's good that you didn't set that
right
fire. It would be different if you set that fire. It'd be quite tragic.
So yeah, the boat.
Are you saying it's not tragic, even though she didn't set the fire?
Pat, you should see if you can get the orphans to help you make tickets.
So we'll do Locke trying to figure out tickets. So
right.
what are you going to do for tickets?
My idea is that I'm going to take this roll of already perforated whatever nonsense.
Yeah. You're going to try
to estimate how many rolls, like how many pieces of toilet paper are on the roll without having to like unravel the whole thing and then roll it back up. So
make an intelligence check.
You got a 17.
You get that there's probably like 200 sheets.
Okay, this says 200 sheets, meaning if I cut this in half, I will have 400 tickets.
I mean, yes, I guess. I mean,
all right.
Ish. I mean, if it's already perforated, the perforations wouldn't necessarily line up congruously through the entirety of the roll.
Well, yeah, but you don't need that if I just cut it in half lengthwise.
And with a check of 17, well, it's already perforated.
Okay, let's think about how a toilet paper roll is like laid out.
Oh, are you talking about like cutting it? I was thinking, you're talking about like cutting it in half. I was thinking cutting it in half lengthwise. All right, yeah, you're good.
Is it 2-ply? Is he gonna split it by each like?
No, it said it was
sheet?
single ply already.
Yeah.
God.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a hand axe because that's probably the best thing I have, and just start sawing away.
Trying to just like trying to cut. Right, yeah. I won't make you roll for it. I mean, it's just toilet paper. Right. You make a bit of a mess of it, but yeah, you get through that toilet paper. There, you have 2 distinct rolls of single ply toilet paper.
Right. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna like look at it like all proud of my work, and then I'm gonna realize, oh shit, we don't have anything to put the raffle tickets in. Then I'm gonna like scramble back into the church and try to find a chest or something that we could use.
You try to get into the church, but it seems to be closed.
What about one of those braziers that isn't lit?
They're both lit.
Oh, never mind.
Can I put one out?
You can attempt it.
Do I have anything whatsoever? Fuck. Alright. Is there any sand around or something?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, there'd probably be some dirt and like a planter somewhere.
Alright. So I'm gonna try to take that planter, just pour it all over the brazier. Try to put it out.
You pile dirt on top of it and you cover up the fire.
Okay, and then I'm gonna empty the brazier completely.
As you empty the brazier, the fire comes back.
No, what?
Yeah, it's magical.
Who knows the cantrip to put out this fire?
Continual flame, son.
What about the planter? How big's the planter?
Are we about to get foiled by fucking continual flame?
How big is the planter that I just emptied?
It's probably this.
It's like brazier sized.
It is roughly
Brazier
brazier
sized.
sized.
So it could fit approximately 400 half pieces of toilet paper.
Yeah, definitely. It wouldn't take
All
that
right,
much.
cool. I'm just gonna use that then.
God, what a fucking comedy of errors. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the planter, and I'm gonna go stand next to Maeve, and I'm gonna procure a single pen, so that people can write their names on these sheets of paper.
Okay, yeah. I mean, one of you definitely has to have a pen or something
All
like
right.
that on you.
So I'm going to explicitly say that this pen is the only pen that can be used. And if I see anybody using other pens, it will be disqualified.
They all kind of look at each other. Like, this whole group kind of looks at each other and almost in unison says, "Why?"
Because I said so. It's our boat.
They all, like,
But mostly just because I want to, like, take as much time as possible to give what's-his-face some time to get more people.
oh, okay, yeah. So the group basically shrugs and they start signing their names. I mean, it takes a while. Like, it does seem to be an issue. Like, you see a few noble people do it. You see some middle class people, another nobleman, and then all of a sudden, like, a more or less the peasant class comes, and you see it just mark an X and then drop it into the pail.
I really don't care because the idea is that this raffle is bullshit anyway. But
Okay, and yeah, but you see, some of these lower class people, you see them mark X's or circles or something, and then drop into the pail. That is their signature.
like, I was wondering if it was a sign or if they literally just are illiterate.
Illiterate, yeah. Definitely, the underclass would be illiterate here.
Well, you know, that's pretty sad and kind of a sign of the fact that this island is absolute dog shit. But
Hey man,
The wealth
it's medieval.
needs
It's
to
the
be shared
medieval
with-
times.
from the top 1%.
Only the top 1% of peasants can read.
We need to take the 10% of the top
need to
1%
take-
of peasants and make them the 100%, and then we need to take that 100% and then divide it into 10 equal 10%, and then we need to have 5 of those 10% kill the other 5 of the other 10%, and then we'll finally have enough strength to fight the 1%.
hey, look, there's a bird that just landed on my podium.
100% of beasts are currently dictating 100% of the town's. Never mind. Let's go.
Of the town's life. All right, yeah, enough of the Bernie. We'll cut that. Cut all of it.
We're not cutting
Absolutely not.
that.
Absolutely
That is
not.
staying
I
the
refuse.
fuck in, man.
Burn your enthusiasm.
All right, so
Birdie.
I guess how is
Oh yeah, so
Paladin
now
boy
we'll
doing?
go to the Paladin boy,
Edmund.
Sir
Damn it.
Edwin Blackwood, right?
No, well, Edmund Montgomery Blackwood.
Oh, it blanked out. Edwin Montgomery
Edmund.
Blackwood.
Nah. Edmund Montgomery Blackwood. EDMOND.
You couldn't remember my fancy schmancy person's full title. Why should I remember yours?
Because I'm a player character.
Whatever. You're Paladin boy.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I will let you sell me on an ability check for this. Because you have multiple ways. I mean, obviously you could do something like intimidation, persuasion, deception. If you want to try and do something else outside of that, I could be sold on that, as you are, I'm assuming, more or less going door to door.
Yeah, I'm going to start with where I imagine people gather, like taverns or any other holy places or anything like that.
All right, there doesn't seem to be any. This seems to be like the one major temple of the place. If you're looking for like so you said you were looking for like a tap room? You blanked out a little bit.
Oh, sorry, like a tavern or
tavern. Okay,
like
yeah.
an inn.
Roll to try and find like a good public like spot like that. Roll an investigation check as you are like studying your surroundings.
Investigation is going to be, I can read, a 13.
Yeah, it's not super hard to find. You do see a tavern called the Frothing Maw, and you see the it's kind of a funny little picture on top of it. It's a dragon like drinking a beer, and its like face is covered in foam.
Nice. I like that. I'm going to like literally kick the door open in as dramatic a fashion as I can.
You do that, and immediately you see like, I mean, it's like stocked to the gills. People don't get a chance to drink at night, so they are taking every opportunity to do so now. And as you do that, like about 40 people in this relatively small tavern, like immediately look at you, mugs and food in hand, as they're waiting for you to do or say something else.
Ladies and gentlemen, some of you may know me as the dude who arrived on a boat. My name is Sir Edmund Montgomery Blackwood, and I am here to give you a chance at leaving this island. Tonight we will be holding a raffle at the Church of Kalish. Please, before the sun begins to set, make your way over there and sign one of the raffle tickets. We'll be holding the drawing just at dusk. If you have any questions or concerns, see the small child in front of the church. And I just turn and walk away.
All right. So how do you see that? What kind of check are you going to do that, Brad? Like
persuasion, probably.
A timidary thing? Okay, persuasion. Okay.
Yeah. Persuasion is a 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay, yeah. You see a lot of the people, not all of them necessarily. You see most kind of finish off their beer and seeming to getting ready to leave.
Okay,
you kind of assert that they're probably getting ready to go and go check this place out.
Okay, I'm just gonna then continue on just a brisk tirade through the town as I just like kick open doors and tell people to gather in front of the church.
All right, just kind of say how well the rest of your journey goes, but I don't want to dwell too much time on it. Do 3 more persuasion checks, and that'll be the average. We'll say like each 1 per hour.
Okay.
So a total of 4 hours will have passed as you've done that.
Okay, and I do want to know at the end, I want to try to get up to the Stone Lord's Manor and tell them as well.
Okay.
The first one is an 18 plus 6, 24, and then a natural 1 plus 6. 7.
And that's a fail.
And another 13 plus 6, 19.
All right, so like you're doing pretty well. You get distracted a little bit in the middle part. You kind of lose your tone. It doesn't snap people the same way. But overall, you do a pretty good job of, you think, of attracting these people. And you said you're going to end up at the Stone Lords. We will RP the Stone Lord stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I want to
as you approach the guardhouse where you know Toddley to be. Tadley?
Toddler?
Yeah, Toddley. You see him come out, carry up his armor. He's got his spear in hand and like chokes it down, and he's pointing it right at you.
Hello, Toddler. It's a pleasure to see you again. I need to speak with the Stone Lord.
You may not enter.
I'm sorry? Why not?
I received specific orders. You are not to come back into the villa until you have killed the beast.
And who gave you these orders?
The happy person. The one that is very nice and says all the nice things.
Oh, well, they told me specifically that I should come back if I have any new information.
Dasan, yeah. Dasan, yeah, that's her name.
I feel like you should know that if she's giving you orders. But anyways,
I mean, I don't take this the wrong way. I am kind of new here.
Well, Dasan gave me very specific orders to come back if there was anything pertinent in regards to our investigation into the beast.
Make a deception check, because you're definitely lying.
Oh, absolutely. Deception. That's going to be
a little lie, boy.
I am now 8 plus 4, 12.
He rolled a 3 and a 1. I'm not rolling very well tonight. He kind of drops his spear.
Yes.
But she told me. I guess that.
Well, she can be hard to read, and she also
he kind of
prefers.
Exhales deeply and deflates in his armor. Like, just be quick. Just be quick.
They, them, their pronouns. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Fine. I'm awful at that stuff.
It's okay. I get that you're new here, but it is important. You know, it's 2019.
Yeah. Just be quick. Just be quick.
Okay. I'll walk into the villa.
Kind of waddles back to his little guard station.
I will knock on the door again.
Yeah, you knock, and there's a pronounced silence and time between the door opens. and it cracks open a little bit, and behind the door you see Dasan Vea.
I want to, as the door cracks, just grab it and throw it open.
Make a strength check. Or make I guess athletics or whatever.
Athletics. I have a +0 modifier, so that's a 14.
It does not move. You see her hands clench on the door, or you see their hands clench on the door. Sorry, all listeners that are offended by my ham-handedness.
Wrote the character.
I did wrote the character.
I'm just going to try to play it off as if I wasn't really trying that hard. And I go, now look here. We're having a raffle tonight to get some of the folks off of this island.
Oh, sweetie. I don't take this the wrong way. I think you're a brave little man. I think you just got so much in you. You stared down the Stone Lord, and you said you said your mind, and you said the things that you said. And I think I'm happy for you. But you're not allowed in here right now, unless you have the head of a snarling, glowing beast? Do you have it?
No,
is it behind you?
But we will. And I was here to give you the opportunity to enter the raffle to get off this island.
You were here you're going to do what? You're going to give me the opportunity to do what?
To get off the island.
Oh, I work and live here. Why do I want to get off the island?
Everyone else seems to want to leave the island.
Well, I guess I'm not everybody else, am I?
Okay, I'm really off-put by your energy. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think it's important that we talk about it. But you can tell the Stone Lord if she'd like. There's also a spot on the boat for her.
Oh, I mean, I'll definitely get that message to her. Don't you worry.
I'm going to try something. It's probably going to go poorly, but I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Command on this person.
Man, all right.
It is going to be a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Gotta double check. 'Cause I think they're like immune to unnatural sleep. Do they have anything else for?
Who, elves?
Yeah, I just can't put her to sleep. She has advantage on saving throws, I think, against it being charmed. Which I don't know if Command falls under that category or not.
Yeah, advantage. So I'll double check. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's part of Elven ancestry. Because I have advantage against charms, being a half elf. DC 14.
DC 14 fails. Got a natural 8.
I will command them to stick their finger in their nose, and then I turn and I walk away.
It has to be a one word.
Oh, damn it. How about sleep?
They can't be magically put to sleep.
Vomit.
So let's see here. Some typical commands and their effects follow. You could say approach, drop, flee, grovel.
Grovel.
Alt. So yeah, if you say grovel, the target falls prone and then ends its turn. So
Grovel.
Yeah, they fall to the ground and then like about 6 seconds pass and then they pop back up. Super like.
I've already walked away.
You hear the door just like shut super loudly. You hear this like crack. Almost sounds like some of the stonework alongside of it will break.
I just really wanted to shift the power dynamic, so I think I did that. I'm gonna walk away.
All right, yeah. Are you heading back to the group?
Yeah, I think we're done with my little excursion.
What I remember, you guys had not moved into the church yet. You guys were still out in the courtyard. There's too many people to move.
Correct.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, you could maybe force all of them inside, but they were not in the church yet.
Correct. We were doing like the initial writing down of the names outside.
Yeah, I mean, that's your guys' intention is to get them inside the church.
Right, exactly.
But you have not told anybody yet to get inside the church. That's kind of what
Correct.
I'm saying.
So that's the first thing we're doing then. So yeah, I'll say when I get back to the courtyard, I'm just gonna start telling people to make their way calmly and quietly into the church so we can begin the raffle.
As you guys are kind of returning, I mean, the hour's getting kind of late. If you're going to do this, you got to do it now. So whoever's trying to either you can all do individual checks as you're trying to maybe, I was like, oh, it's getting late. You know, maybe you should finish this inside, or you can all do that simultaneously, each rolling one, or I will let one of you roll with advantage.
I think you would be the best.
Yeah, I'm that
probably.
paladin, so
Here come that paladin.
Here come that persuasion. Okay, so yeah, do you want me to roll persuasion, deception, something like that?
So
I guess it could be persuasion.
It depends on what you're doing, and your intent. Are you trying? I mean, what exactly are you gonna say?
I'm ladies and gentlemen, if you would please, in a quiet, orderly fashion, make your way into the church. We'll begin the raffle just momentarily.
Yeah, I get that's perception. You're not like, oh, yeah, I don't think that's.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Deceptive, yeah. So yeah, that'd be persuasion.
Okay, so I'm rolling with advantage.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Oh hell yeah! 18 plus 4 or plus 6, 24.
Woohoo!
So you rolled really well. You do notice a nervous apprehension from a lot of people. They are starting to move towards the church, but you do people maybe closer to you like, what do you mean? Like, I'm going home at night. I'm not gonna stay here. I've got my family. And then
don't worry. We'll have this done expeditiously. I promise you.
It's getting pretty late. I don't.
No, you're perfectly safe here. The beast has not attacked this church.
I mean, when you get old, I mean, it's a lot of people. I mean, well, if he does.
Well, if he does, well, why don't you just push the guy into the door?
Shut up.
Keep going. Quiet and orderly.
Are you actually, like, shoving him into the church?
Yeah, I'm just going to start escorting people through the doors.
All right, yeah. Make an athletics check, and he's going to roll a acrobatics.
For athletics, I have a 0 modifier, so that's a 7.
Gotta love it.
He rolled a natural 15, so you try to put hands on him. He's whoop, just slips out of your grasp. Like, oh, what do you mean? What are you trying to push me around for?
Sir, if you're not in the church, you will not be considered for the raffle. And I walk away.
I do want to win the raffle. He kind of stands around. You do notice, like, a lot of people are starting to get inside the church. You feel like if you want to force everybody, like get everybody inside this church, you're gonna have to force some people. You're gonna have to force them inside.
Do that because I think if we have anybody wandering around the town, it kind of fucks the plan.
Yeah. So, what are you other guys doing at this point?
I'm probably just gonna help him start pushing people.
Okay, so I have an idea to maybe scare people into the church.
Okay.
So, is there a place in like this town square where I can maybe like hide around the corner, like duck out of vision from the general
do you have
mess?
the thing where you can make a sound?
Almost definitely. I mean, there's tons of little alleyways and
So I'm gonna break away from the pack, go into an alley where they can't see me, and then I'm gonna cast Taumaturgy again and create the sound of like a loud roar.
Okay. I love it.
Make a performance check, or I guess make an intimidation check. This would be you're trying to intimidate people.
Okay. 11. That's a 6 + 5.
It comes out a little funky. You mean it to sound like what you think a lion sounds like, but it really sounds more like a really oversized key cat. It does. People are like looking around, and there are some nervous Nellies probably that are a little more jittery now, and definitely pick up their step. But a lot of the people that were being hesitant or resistant are kind of standing their ground or starting to walk away from their church.
Can I make an insight check? Because I don't think Maeve told me this plan before she went off and did it. So can I make an insight check to know like if that's Maeve or if it's a real beastie?
Oh yeah. So that would be. Let's do.
Either that or perception.
What was your initial thing that you wanted to do?
I thought it would be insight because like.
Yeah, you can do insight. Insight makes sense.
I got an 18.
It doesn't. You've built up an image in your head of kind of what this beast is and might sound like, and to you it sounds like it's like a weird cat. Is there somebody step on a cat's tail? Like, okay. It doesn't scare you. It makes you. You hear the sound and you're a little weirded out by it, but it doesn't make
I guess what I was trying to get at is, do I know that it's Maeve or do I just hear the sound?
Yeah. You have an inkling. You're pretty sure that it was Maeve. You don't see Maeve around, and you've seen her do things like this before.
How is the lighting now in this area? Is it still pretty bright, or are there shadows starting to dance on the wall?
Shadows are starting to dance on that wall.
Shadow
Okay.
boogie.
I would like to go on the opposite end of the square from the church and like duck around a corner and try to do some shadow puppet shit on the wall to make it look like the
Do you
beast
duck
is
around
coming
the
out.
same corner as
Oh
me?
boy. Make a performance check with disadvantage.
Oh, you're a little son of a bitch, aren't you?
You're trying to do a puppet show?
A shadow puppet show, man. Like, you use the light, you make yourself look like a big beastie, and it throws the shadow on the wall. And people are like, oh my god.
All they have to do is look at the corner where your hands are popping out or your body
No.
is.
It would be, okay, I guess it's hard for me to explain this. I'd be around the corner, like nobody could see me, and then on the opposite end of, like, the street or whatever.
Yeah, I'm saying it's going to be a performance check with disadvantage.
I'm aware that it's going to be a performance check with disadvantage, but I disagree that you think it's going to be as childish as my hands making shit, you know?
Okay.
Motherfucker, I got a natural 20, but the other one was a 10. Fuck you.
So was it 10 plus what?
Plus 2, 12.
12.
And I wasted fucking 20.
So, do I see, like, shadows cast on the wall and, like, hear a growl coming from this other direction?
He didn't say he was making any noises, so you just see a
Well, no, it would be the
shadow.
Maeve growl.
Yeah, but I hear all of that and I see all of that happen.
Yeah, so you guys working together. Yeah, you see it. It's to you. It's obvious. The shadow looks
I was
like your
gonna say-
dragonborn friend.
I was gonna say, I have no idea, and I'm just gonna freak out. I'm just like, shit, and just start pushing people. All right, come on,
Can I
folks.
roll history to see if anybody mentioned the beast having, like, fire breathing?
It
You don't have
smelled
to.
really bad.
Nobody. I can tell you that nobody. I mean, it's not. This all happened today.
Motherfucker.
You know that none of. At least from what you heard, the only thing they said was it had glowing eyes and teeth. It had a terrible smell. And it was like a pervasive, invasive kind of smell. Like you could almost. It was so thick the smell and the air around it that you could like almost chew on the scent. But those were its main, and it had kind of, I think you guys found out it had kind of a bluish, kind of a light yellowish, bluish kind of fur tone. It's kind of the general idea of its characteristics throughout.
Okay. I'm going to walk out from around the corner, and I guess I'm going to kind of play along with the noise that I had and see the shadow's like, it's there! Everybody inside!
Make another persuasion. Straight.
Sure. 15 plus 7, so 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. A lot of the stragglers, upon seeing this, I mean, you literally people say, "Oh no, it's too late! It's too late! We gotta get inside!" And people are starting to push in. It's gonna be really cramped, and it's gonna be hard for a lot of these people to fit inside of the church. So there's gonna be a pretty severe delay. I mean, everybody's trying to get in at the moment, but if you imagine. I mean, it's a fairly large church, but it only has, this set of double doors, and there's probably close to several hundred people trying to get in at the same time.
I look over
It's
to
gonna
Sir
take some
Edmund
time.
and give him a thumbs up.
Ding. Okay, so everybody's cramming into this church now.
Yeah.
Can I try to wiggle my way into like the very center of the crowd?
It'll be tough. It'll be an athletics check, too. Either
Can I-
athletics or some kind of dex check to try and weave through or jump over people.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll let you, like, maybe you're climbing up on the side of the wall and you're, like, trying to get over some of the barristers and stuff like that, the banisters. You're trying to just get to the center.
12 plus 6, 18.
Yeah, I'll say you're more or less in the center.
I am going to, I'm going to put on my big boy voice, and, ladies and gentlemen, I need everyone to remain calm, and I'm just going to kind of, like, try to present an air of, like, control over the situation, and then, I'm going to tell them, it is clear that the beast has come quicker tonight than we had anticipated. If everyone remains here, though, I believe we can keep each other safe, and we will make it through this.
Oh, I won't make you roll a persuasion check on that, because that makes a lot of sense, and I've had you guys roll like 5 already. You do notice it's calm. I mean, people seem a little bit more cool with the situation as it stands, but I mean, you are more or less in the middle of a mob right now, and they're all
so then what
scared.
I want to do is I want to channel my divinity for flavor purposes. Like, the mechanical benefit of this is that anybody within 30 feet of me gets 1d6 plus my charisma mod hit points back, but I want to use my turn the tide to try to like rally people and infuse them with like hope.
All right, yeah. I will let you burn that. You do notice like the people's immediate spirits seem to be lifted. I mean, a lot of these people have been. I mean, some of the poor people, you notice that some of their minor wounds and scratches and cuts from just working on the street all day, they start to heal over. You notice that some people that were slumping over a little bit are now a little bit more upright. I mean, you're technically healing a shit ton of people within 30 feet radius of you, right?
Yeah, so it would be 9 hit points per peasant. That's like a full peasant.
Yeah, so I mean, you're more or less like rejuvenating probably somewhere in the realm of like 100 people at this point. But yeah, you notice, I mean, it's definite, and you have this kind of iridescent glowing quality of you around you, and as you summon forth this magic, this sphere of bright white energy kind of pulls forth. It scares people for a second, and they realize, oh, this feels good. I feel, I got jabbed in the ribs when I was trying to angle my way in here, and it doesn't hurt anymore.
Now, keep your heads high. Us 3 shall smite this beast in your name and free you from its tyranny. And I push my way back out into the courtyard.
You hear... Wait, what's that? Oh, they're not picking up here. Yeah, I'm just rolling 6s and 7s. Oh, there's 117. You do hear in the background, it's like, "Are we bait?" was this a bait thing?
Shut that man up.
So I'm assuming you're going to try and exit this mob?
Yeah, yep. And when we leave, I kind of want to keep the doors open so they can see exactly what happens in the courtyard.
All right, so I've been saying this is happening over the course of a few minutes. It's going to take you a little while to traverse out. Around this time, the last little bit of light is starting to fade. There are still probably anywhere between 50 and maybe 80 people trying to like push their way inside still. There's still a solid group of people outside these doors. And is there anything else you guys want to do before
I would like to get up on the roof of the church if that is possible.
Oh, before you climb anywhere at a distance, I am going to cast Bless on all of us.
Oh, bless
All
up.
blessed?
Oh, bless
Yeah.
up.
What does bless do again?
So Bless
add a
gives you,
D4.
you get to add a D4 to your attacks and saving throws. I
Heck
believe.
yeah.
Let me...
Is it just like a one-time thing, or?
No, it's concentration, so it's going to be for a duration. Let me just see what it is.
So yeah, Locke, if you want to try and climb up on the church, it's got some angular features. It's definitely got handholds. It's at its tallest, it's about 3 stories high.
It's only
for the bell
up to
tower.
a minute, so
Okay.
I'll wait until shit starts to go down.
Okay.
Its highest point is it's probably like 3 or 4 stories where the bell tower is. Otherwise, it's got high ceilings. The normal roof is about a story and a half.
Okay.
About maybe 20-ish feet. So make a acrobatics check as you try to climb up.
Okay. I got a 22.
Oh yeah, that's good enough. You're kind of and just kind of slither your way up the side of this. You Assassin's Creed up the side of this cathedral.
So I pretty much
you're
just
on
want to
top.
be on the lookout for the beast.
Yep.
All right, nice.
I'm gonna stay on the ground, maybe like 10 feet away from like the doorway. Just kind of watch around. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So around this time, the last little licks of light spurt out, and you are well into dusk. Things are starting to get dark, and from a few different points. Well, actually, everybody make perception checks.
I do have dark vision, just so you know.
Do I get advantage because I am high up?
You would not, because it's dark, but this is more of a
But I
listening.
have dark vision.
Oh, listening.
Ironborn do not have dark vision.
I got
I have a 20 unnatural.
Yeah, unnatural 19.
I have a 3 + 1, 4.
So you're kind of busy humming to yourself, but you other guys, beyond the rumbling and the robbling, the robble of the crowd, you pick up these low, kind of growling, gruff kind of noises. Because you rolled so well, you know that they're coming from multiple points. They're not coming from one area in particular.
Okay. I am going to stand right in the center of the courtyard and make myself as obvious as possible to try to bait this thing out.
All right. So a few things happen. You notice a few things about the size of a dog, a large dog, but not a huge dog. About 6 of them pour out from different alleyways. A couple to your left, a couple to your right, and then a couple from the center. And behind the 2 coming from the center, you notice this large lumbering figure in the shadows coming towards you. There's just enough light where you can make out its form, but you can't really see. The only thing that you can really make out clearly, it has 2 bright yellow eyes that are glowing in this unnatural light. And every once in a while, as it moving closer and it breathes, it exhales from its mouth, you see its mouth open and close, and you see this glint of these shining, iridescent teeth. And
do I see,
around this, yeah, you would see with your 4. No,
do I see more with dark vision?
You would see a little bit more with dark vision, but you rolled real low.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I remove my jacket and I roll up my ruffled
roll up your
sleeves and I draw my rapier and I stand at arm.
All right. The one thing you do notice, Maeve, it got real stinky all of a sudden, and all of you are kind of getting hit with that smell. A minute, about 30 seconds pass. They're slowly walking forward. There are these 6 dogs are now in the courtyard proper, kind of sitting there, and there's this awkward pause as you kind of hear the of something slowly ambling towards you. And around this time, the crowd starts to, what? I smell a lot of these. You're just hearing from different points. I smell something. It's, oh god, that's awful. Oh god, it's here.
Come and